The flags were flying, and it was just a normal day at practice for former UNC football player Tyler Royal. But he didn't know he was about to play his last snap.
I'll never forget it. It was on about the right hash of the 10 to 15-yard line. As the play started, I got lateral. As I approached him, I lunged at him, exposing my head, causing it to be the last play of my career.
A simple block ended his football career, but his history of concussions jump-started his career at the UNC Concussion Center.
So I was a familiar face within the lab. They offered me a position because of my involvement.
In the lab, Royal watches film to show athletes how to play safer, and this all starts with the helmets. It's these sensors inside that count.
We're constantly receiving just all kinds of information through these sensors about the direction of the hit, the speed of the head when it is hit, and that impact.
Royal uses this data to teach high school football players how to tackle right. And with high school season over, I decided to see what I knew about tackling. It turns out I did a lot wrong. Let's run it back. There's two main things I did wrong. First, I lunged right here, just like Royal did when he got hurt. Second, my head was down, which meant I couldn't see what I was tackling. These put me at higher risk of a concussion, and that's what Royal is trying to prevent. But with the help and guidance of Royal, even I straightened out my tackling. Royal works to prevent concussions in high school, but football is a contact sport, and these injuries will happen. So what does an athlete do if they have a concussion? I took a trip to find out. That brought me here to the Sports Medicine Center right by Fetzer Field. And if you take a short trip around back, you find the Matthew Gefeller Concussion Center. This is where athletes start concussion testing. The first thing an athlete must do is take a baseline test. It starts with a computer portion that measures your abilities and reactions before your concussion. Then you take a balance test, and there's three main rules. Take your shoes off, have your hands on your hips, and keep your eyes closed. The first part of the test is on a firm surface like a floor, and you hold your balance in 3 positions for 20 seconds. Both feet on the ground, 1 foot in the air, and 1 foot in front of the other. Piece of cake. Then things get a little more difficult. You have to stand on a foam surface and take the same test. I fell a total of 5 times, but that's normal. More than 10 errors is usually a problem. One of the things that makes this test so effective is the time frame.
This test is really good for, helping with an immediate diagnosis.
As the center continues to make advances, Royal hopes to turn his full-time headache into a full-time career. In Chapel Hill, I'm Jarrett Corder reporting.